Okay. My college roommate told me I have to start posting videos and video diaries on YouTube. So I'm listening to her, and in dedication to her, I'm going to be talking a little bit about things that I learned my freshman year of college. I'm going to start off with roommates. It's really hard to find a good roommate in college, for sure. My freshman year roommate is probably one of the best people in my life. She's my best friend. And I lucked out, but her and I are probably one pair of roommates I've seen that have worked out and have not gotten into fight after fight after fight. And most of our friends would end up transferring roommates halfway through the year, and I got incredibly blessed with her. But that's not always the case, and when you're going into school, I feel like you can never really expect or to get a roommate that is perfect and going to be your best friend and is going to do everything with you. I feel like that's really rare, and it's a very unrealistic expectation to have. That being said, absolutely do not room with a friend from home. This past year, I have seen time and time again people who have been best friends since elementary and middle and early high school rooming together, and then halfway through the year moving out and not being friends anymore, and realizing that living together kind of pulled out parts of their relationship that maybe weren't present, that are more negative. On the note of friends and moving on, friends are an incredible part of school. They help you get through everything, good and bad. And they're the most important relationships you're going to have, and at least in my experience in my life so far. Your friends from fall term, 99% of the time, will not remain your friends past fall term. I had a friend group my fall term that I was a part of, and then the last week of fall term, I went out with the girl who lived across the hall from me, and then spent the rest of the year hanging out with her and her roommate and my roommate, and that was pretty much it. I was done with my other group was done with me. It was a fall term friendship, and fall term friendships are mainly there to help transition you, but I feel like they're not totally important after that transitional period, which is fine, but that was just my experience that I learned. Moving into relationships, I know people who have made it work. I know people who have done long distance with their high school boyfriends. But in my opinion, absolutely do not come to school with a high school boyfriend. My high school boyfriend and I had a good relationship, and I was going to stay with him when I came to school, but I ended up breaking up with him 2 or 3 weeks before I moved for reasons unrelated to school. And I'm so glad that I didn't stay in that relationship, because I wouldn't have learned the things I've learned. I would have been tied down. He would have still been in high school. I would have been trying to go back and forth to my hometown every weekend and just missing out on my college experience. And then I also wouldn't have met who I'm dating currently. And I feel like I needed to come to school, learn more about myself, and really fall in love with myself, and not be attached to someone else during this huge transitional period in my life. Moving on to schoolwork, you are paying thousands and thousands of dollars to attend university and to get that educational experience. And don't waste it. Don't just go to school to party. It's so expensive, and you're going there for a reason. You're going there because you want to succeed and you want to do things beyond university. And it's just so important to stay focused academically and to know what you need to know to succeed further past college. Spend time focusing on schoolwork. Don't just sit there and party the whole time. Don't just go out with friends the whole time. If you have a class that is attendance-based, go to that class, take notes, do your schoolwork, make schedules. I have a Google Doc that I've religiously used this year that has everything I need to do and where I need to be when, and it saved my life. The more time you spend on being a good student, the better your relationships and your life outside of school is going to thrive in college. Going into Greek life, I didn't go into school wanting to rush, But then winter term, I saw my friends in Greek life and I thought, this sounds awesome, let me try it. And take that leap of faith. Rush. Who cares? If you don't like it, you can drop it. Like, it's not like you're committing yourself for life to this organization. And also, it does not mean you're a bad person if you want to rush or if you want to be in a sorority or in Greek life. Like, I have had so much fun. I have met such amazing people. I've gotten to just experience so many different types of people, so many different types of things. I got to learn more about our philanthropy. It's been a great experience for me. And I have friends who were in my sorority dropped it because it was not a great experience for them. Same thing with any extracurricular or like on-campus thing at college. Like, you can always stop doing something if you don't like to. You really have that freedom to like change your mind and get like, I don't know, a bunch of different things. You can always say no, you can always continue doing things. Like, you are not tied down and committed to something. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is going in state. For me, it was the best choice for my career afterwards financially, to not have to take out student loans, to not have to worry about paying more than in-state tuition. And also, for me personally, I think going in state saved my life. Moving into university was way easier. Just enjoying my move-in process. I feel like I would not have loved my move-in process if I wasn't in state and if I didn't just have to drive down 2 hours. Also, the ability to, if I'm really not doing well and my friends I feel like are distracting me, my life is distracting me, I can just hop in a car and go home for 2 days and just reset, which I know is a little odd, and I know you're supposed to go to college to kind of like get away from like your home and like, you know, become your own person, but sometimes you just need to go to your childhood bedroom and sleep there for like a night or two in your own bed without a roommate and just take a breather. So for me, going in state definitely was something that was the right choice for me. And I really did learn that. I feel like I learned a lot this year. I feel like I've completely changed as a person. I've completely changed my outlook on a lot of things. I've learned what kind of things I'm interested in. I picked up a minor that I wasn't expecting to pick up. I really got an opportunity to learn more about myself and learn more about just, I don't know, the things I want to do, the person I want to be, stuff like that. All right, well, that's all, but just some thoughts, some food for thought about college and what it meant for me, and that is all.